recently I had this wonderful experience of going on what I called a pilgrimage with a friend of mine around the city I live in. I live in Canberra in Australia, and just around where I live, we went to what are called the geological deep time sites. Of course, everywhere on Earth we stand on a deep time site because the Earth itself is very, very old, very ancient. The Earth is 450 million years old apparently around where I live, and sometimes of course older than that, because we're looking at the soil that is available for us to actually study and date. But of course we know that the Earth is billions of years old. So wherever we stand on this primordial ancientness that goes way back into deep time. So as I was walking around these sites, we were looking at these slices of rock where there are these layers upon layers, each layer pointing to a set of circumstances that were in Earth at the time, and sometimes the bones or the fossils of some of those life forms that existed in those circumstances. And when you look at this slice, you can see these layer upon layer upon layer upon layer, millions, hundreds of millions of stories about the Earth's past in this one slice of rock. It is completely overwhelming and awesome. That sense of awe, the sense of sacredness, the sense of the magnitude and the magnificence of time itself. It's materially experienced when I ran my hand over these rocks that were 450 million years old, or one particular rock which was actually 5.5 billion years old. And just running the hand, it was for me more sacred than being in a temple or a place of worship, because this was that sense of infinity and immortality materially there for me to actually lay my hand on. It was such an incredible honor. And there it was, these sites scattered around in the most ordinary of ways. There was no pomp and ceremony. They were simply scattered around all over the place. People were walking past it, sometimes not even recognizing that they are walking past something which is inviting them to consider this primordiality and this ancientness. And what came to me as I was in this encounter, in this pilgrimage, is this sense of primordiality. When we connected back to water, to earth, to nature, it is not an abstract concept. It is something that is available materially. And truly, for us as people who live in material bodies, it is that direct material experience that makes a certain mark within us. It moves us, it shifts us, it changes our being, it changes our consciousness, and brings a certain insight, a revelation, which is completely an experiential revelation. This revelation about the experience of deep time. We all hear this word deep time, but what does it actually mean as an experience when it really touches you within, and you have this, it's like this lightning that just strikes you looking at this rock face and seeing the story of hundreds of millions of years just right there in front of you, the livingness of the rock, the sentience of the rock, and how sentience is infused materially in every single matter around us, in our bodies, of course, but also in the soil, in the rocks, that these rocks are living beings, that they collect these stories, and then they present it generously to us, for us to encounter this incredible deep time in this present moment.